Yeah, I think we're recording. How you doing? Evening, everybody. It's no, it's a little bit tender. Excuse me. It's Friday, I think. Yep. I'm still off work. I actually went back for one day at the beginning of this week. I went back on. I keep walking into that. I'm not careful. I went back to work Monday morning, and I didn't even last a whole day. And I ended up having to go home again because of my leg still, which is a bit of a pain. But it does mean I've been signed off work for another couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of videos up and whatnot. So yeah, I haven't really got a great deal to say as such at the moment. Sort of nothing particularly exciting has happened really, other than the septum has actually now been 29mm for probably over the last 4 days straight now. Actually, I had been taking it in and out and leaving it in for a few hours, and then slowly increasing the time a little bit over the last sort of week or so. And I really thought for a little while it wasn't going to take, because I'm still having the issues that I had been having before. But yeah, it's actually settled in really well, and it's been this size, like I say. Now I think this is the 4th day in a row that I've kept it at this size, and there is still, I don't know how well you'll be able to see. I've got the front facing the other camera on, so I can't even see off I'm in the shot properly. I don't know quite how well you'll be able to see the issue areas around here. Actually, I can just about see. You're on a mirror at the moment. I can just about see if I look over the top. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how well you can see. There's a slight reddy colour there, which is the issue area, but it's actually not even as bad now as it was when I got back to 28mm. Sorry, and I don't remember exactly what I said. I probably mentioned it on here, but I honestly thought at one point that I wasn't even going to get past 28mm. But the little bit of time off of actually stretching it has obviously done it some good, because it isn't even as bad, or at least certainly from the outside, it doesn't look as it's even as bad as it was when I last got back to 28. And so yeah, obviously now it's 29, and it seems to be better than it was back then. So that's good news, at least. I don't know. This will be my last stretch for a little while. The way it's gone this time, it's given me more confidence that I will definitely eventually get up to at least 30, which is nice. And I don't know. I change my mind all the time on exactly how big I'm going to try and get it. I don't know for certain if it will go any bigger than 30 or not, but this has definitely given me more confidence that it's a possibility. It's a little bit tender just up in the top here, where the jewellery rests right at the top there. They kind of give you a bit of an idea of just how high it goes, actually. It's all the way out there. But yeah, it gets a little bit tender each new size, just for some odd reason, on the top inside of my nostril up here. I guess it must just sit against the inside of my nostril up there, I guess. But yeah, so it's looking really good. I'm really pleased with it. Fingers crossed this will be the time, which would be nice. And then, yeah, fingers crossed again, I will actually finally be up at 30mm. Who knows? Like I say, it won't be in the near future. Obviously, I won't be bothering until after the wedding and all that sort of stuff, but that's barely more than 2 months away now anyway. So it'll probably be a little bit after that. I have a few things, non-mod related things I'm planning on doing in what do you call it? In April, in March and April anyway. So I'll probably wait to get those out of the way before I try stretching my nose again. So it will be into probably late spring, early summer before I actually even try 30. And by that point it'll be a good 4 or 5 months at least. So that should be a reasonable amount of time to have it settle down, which is good. So that's good. And hopefully my actual nostril itself will loosen off, because it's definitely gotten to the point where it's tricky getting the jewellery through my nostrils. Which is something else that obviously makes me think I won't get too much bigger than 30 if I do go past it. But we'll see. I mean, this is my original goal right back when I first stretched it. When I first got it pierced, was 1 inch, which is about 25mm. And obviously I've blown way past that, which is something I'm very pleased about. So if I do make it to 30, that'll technically be my second revised goal that I've achieved as well. Then, yeah, who knows from there, who knows. But on not a totally unrelated note, I have pretty much 100% decided that I will be getting my nostrils pierced. Hopefully in January. It depends a little bit on money and stuff like that. Obviously, because I've had so much time off work this month, next month's going to be rather tight. So, yeah, it depends a little bit exactly on money, but I had originally planned, I pretty much settled on the idea of getting them done in January, but it might wait until my February paycheck, just to see how, I'll see exactly how much I get paid and I'll make a decision from there. But yeah, next month's definitely going to be a little bit tight. I've actually been signed off work for another 2 weeks, so it'll basically be a whole month off work, which is certainly not ideal, but it is what it is. But yeah, so one thing I have noticed being off work actually is just how much more energy I've got again. Especially this last week, I've had so much more energy and I've been a lot more alert, and I've been getting a lot more little things done around the house. I've just today actually, I was in the back garden clearing some stuff in the back garden, and I've been working on a few random little projects I've got going. I spent all of yesterday sewing some patches onto my jacket, which is something I haven't done in months and months, and I've been meaning to get around to. It just seems like I have so much more energy. I'm starting to notice exactly how much my current job is affecting me outside of work, just on the toll it's taken on my body, and from being tired all the time. So I have actually started applying for new jobs. I think I mentioned before I was originally going to wait until after February, after the wedding's out of the way. But I thought, what the hell, what difference does it make? One job in particular I've applied for is actually, it's literally just down the road from me, so it would be absolutely perfect. It's a job out of the hospital here, out of Ipswich Hospital. It's a driving job for a company that works on site, so that would be really handy. It would be about an 8-minute bicycle ride from here to that, if I were to get that. Of the handful of jobs I've applied for, that's the one I'm got fingers crossed for. So yeah, it would be a very slight pay cut, but on the flip side, yeah, literally an 8-minute cycle ride to work, or whatever I timed it as. Whereas at the moment I have to drive about 33 miles to work, like each ways. So that right there is the saving on petrol alone is going to more than make up for the what you call it, any slight pay cut that I actually get. Mind, that's obviously not to say I actually get the job. The job listing has only just gone up, so I haven't even heard back from them as yet. But criteria-wise, I actually meet everything that I need for the job. I've got the experience I needed. I've got the manual handling experience needed. It's another hazardous goods job, same as what I'm doing now, so I already have the training for that. So I actually meet and in some ways actually exceed the actual requirements they want for the job, which so maybe that's all in my favour, so fingers crossed that'll be alright. But yeah, I've just got to, it said the job listing is up until the beginning of January, so it might not be until sometime around then I actually hear back from it, but we'll see. But yeah, so fingers crossed I will finally be getting a slightly less taxing job, something that won't be grinding my body down quite so much as this current one is, because like I say, it's definitely causing issues outside of work. So yeah, it'll give me a little bit more spare time, because obviously I won't have the hour and a half's worth of commuting both ways sort of thing. I'll have a little bit more time outside of work, plus I should in theory be a lot less tired, which means I'll be able to make a few more videos on this as well as doing various other little bits and bobs I'm planning on doing. For instance, with the part of what I've been doing in the back garden today, actually clearing the garden and clearing the shed a little bit, is also part of the this plan I have for creating my own jewellery. Once I get everything cleared out of the shed and everything sorted out in there, I'll be able to look into actually getting some equipment, actually picking up some equipment, just a little lathe and a little workbench and a few sort of chisels and whatnot. Just little things so I can actually get started on that as well. So touch wood, I will actually get started on that in January, February time as well. Again, depends a little bit on exactly the money situation next month, because it will, like I said, it will be a little bit tight, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Even if I don't start it next month, I will actually be able to pick stuff up in February. Then get things started there. So hopefully by then my actual proper 3-inch jewellery will be made. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror there. There's lots of oil all over these at the moment, so excuse that. But yeah, the jewellery that I've ordered, obviously it hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, I will, hopefully that will be here sometime in the next sort of month or so as well. And I'm actually going to start taping up my lobes a little bit. I actually haven't worn these for a few days. I only did put them on just for this video. But yeah, even with them not being in for, I think about 2 days now, I've actually still got a massive gap and they slipped in no problem whatsoever. So I'm more than confident that they'll go in no problem. But I will be starting to tape up my lobes in, well, the near future. I need to find the actual tape. I know I've got some in the house somewhere. Where it is, I haven't got a clue. Probably in one of the boxes that still haven't been unpacked as yet. But yeah, I will start doing that in the near future as well, just so hopefully they'll be perfectly ready to pop in the new ones as soon as they arrive. And yeah, hopefully from that point on, it will all be homemade jewellery that I've made in my shed in the back garden, which will be brilliant. So that'll be a bit of fun. It'll certainly be a learning experience anyway. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Kind of gone off on a weird random ramble in the middle of this one. But yeah, I will try and get more substantial videos up soon. I will record a hands tattoo video in the near future as well. And I'll get that up just as like a little addition to the previous tattoo video I did. Because I completely missed my hands off. I don't know how I managed to do that. But yeah, so yeah, I will call it quits here before I yammer on anymore. And thanks for watching if you managed to make it all the way through this. I'll give you a thumbs up and a thank you for that. I don't know if you can see my hands. My hands are still chewed to anything. Oh yeah, you can see quite well. They're still chewed to bits, but from the kitten. She hadn't attacked my hands for a few days, and then yesterday she went absolutely mental, and she even attacked this hand, which is unusual. Normally I'd play with her with this hand because I'm right-handed, but she just went loopy and just went for both of them. So yeah, both of my hands are just ripped to shreds at the moment. But yeah, anyway. I get so distracted. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through this, say hi. I really do appreciate it. And I will speak to you again soon, probably in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll have something a bit more substantial to say. But yeah, it'll be another quick close-up of the nose. Sorry if it's running, I've just been outside and it's quite cold out there. Yep, it's all settled down real well. I'd say the issue area is just around here, and it's nowhere near as bad as it even was at 28, which is, quite frankly, I find that surprising. I was very, very worried about it at one point, and even now I'm still keeping a close eye on it. But yeah, it all seems to be okay, luckily. So yeah, fingers crossed, 30mm is in the somewhat near future, and I will finally be there. That'll be quite amazing, in my personal opinion anyway. But yeah, I've been talking like a quarter of an hour now. Way too long for a video where I really haven't said anything. So, see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra. Have a good day.